Good morning. Hey guys, we're gonna try and do this over here on YouTube. And look at there, look jumping in. Hello guys, I'm gonna try and make sure I can see the chat. Let's see if I can get let's see. Let's do live chat. I think I can see your comments. All right. So normally, oh look at that. Okay, cool. Got a notification as well. Look like this is gonna work. Normally I will go live on Periscope, but I wanted to go live over here on YouTube, trying to do a little bit more on our YouTube channel. And today we always say, come Monday, if you had to get back up this morning, get back into your routine. You had a great weekend. It is Monday, right? You had a great weekend. And somebody has put my favorite seat back in place here. As I said, this is where I start my Monday. No, this is where I end my Monday because I'm actually going to go to bed after this. And we come over and watch the sunrise. The sun is coming up over there on the West Bank. You're going to see, hopefully, with this weather, you will get a chance to see the sun come up. Now, the water is highly active. There's a storm coming. I think about 11 o'clock. There's a fisherman already out. My friend fishing over here, buddies. Monday is very active. For the early morning fishermen, and the weekend is gone. So now we are over here at Sweetwater State Park, Creek State Park. There's a road runs through it. You see the cars there as they are starting their morning commute. I usually stop here as I'm coming off the road. Living in Atlanta, you get off the road, you want to just chill and decompress. And normally I would do these videos on Periscope. People would ask me questions about Atlanta, and I want to try and all right, we're back. So apparently, what we do have to worry about is our connection. So I think we are back, and I'm just gonna hang out. So, like I was saying, I normally do these on Periscope, and people would ask me questions about Atlanta. If you swipe to the profile that we have here at YouTube, or just look down the videos, you'll see that I am a blogger, Atlanta blogger, 16 years at the time of this video, almost 17, halfway through this year, our 16th year. And I blog about different things, events, lifestyle, that how we live in Atlanta style, basically. And we talk about activities and events and things like that. We have great debates. And like I said, I want to get more going here on the YouTube. Now, there is something out in the water out there. Now, we like watching for the fish to be jumping. Now we know there's a storm coming up, and I'm looking at this water, and this water is really active, going in all directions. There's a little bit of breeze coming our way. I saw a boat out, so there is a fisherman out there. Usually we might see somebody paddleboarding, we might see somebody fishing, we might see kayak, canoes, is over on that side. I haven't said this on here. So again, we're at Sweetwater State Park. It is a state park, Sweetwater Creek State Park. Now, let me just show you a little bit of not just what we're looking at in front of us here. There's a road right here behind us. I'm sitting here literally at a cookout table. It's a cookout section. Now, anywhere you see open sky, there is water beneath it. We're looking at not a lake but a reservoir, and it is a reservoir. Around the bend there is a spillway that's going off into Sweetwater Creek. Now, I've been here enough to narrate this a little bit, and hopefully I'm right. The tree line that you see going here, there is a road that runs through that. It goes off into the shooting range, which actually is occupied by the police departments. But over on the other side of that tree line is the actual Sweetwater Creek. So the reservoir spills off into the creek, and if you live in Atlanta, that creek, any and all creeks and streams and waterways run off into the Chattahoochee River, which snakes its way all throughout Georgia. And if you're driving in Atlanta traffic, you possibly may cross the Chattahoochee River times, any number of times. In fact, I just drove Atlanta all night, and so I can't even count how many times I passed it. But one of the things that I discovered, even living right near this body of water for 12 years, I didn't discover it until I started driving with my GPS on. I always knew it was over here, and I've been over a couple times for an event here or there. But who had the life of leisure on a Monday morning to come and sit at the lake? I asked for it. I've got it, and to blog about it. I come out on Thursdays. I try to come and walk the trails, trying to do that outdoor life, and so just really exploring it. I have not yet gotten up the courage to get out on the water. I used to spend a lot of time at Lake Ackworth when my kids were younger. We loved even Lake Allatoona. Not a fan of Lake Lanier. Sorry to say that, Atlanta. That's an angry lake to me. Fix it. But what we like to do is behind me, up over the trees over here, when the sun is up, it comes up over there and it brightens up that west bank over there. And the foliage is absolutely gorgeous. Now, what I love about YouTube's video is you can really see how active the water is for a Monday morning. And usually you'd hear a splash or two, but I'm just wondering, the wind is blowing this way, so the water's coming along with it. And of course, with all the rain that we've had, the water level is optimum. I think, and also there's a little bit of a tunnel over there. If someone is kayaking or canoeing, we'll oftentimes see them go through that tunnel to the water on the other side. Again, that road is actually dividing the reservoir. On around the bend there, it goes around, and you see a similar side to this. So a time or two we will go over and stream from that side, but like I said, because the sun comes up behind us here, it's usually not a good view. And yes, I am usually out here at 7 or 8 or something like that, depending on how fair traffic is to me, coming out of downtown Atlanta. And I'm coming from Atlanta, downtown Atlanta today. As you know, as you may or may not know. And look, that we got flight, we got our bird flight. Hopefully they'll bank and come back around because I didn't catch them on the shot. Uh, but usually that's what they'll do. So the ICE protesters are have occupied portion of the city jail, outside the city jail, and so you'll see those items on the news. So I was down and I captured a little bit of that before the morning news came out, because that's a discussion that we need to have. And believe it or not, that's a discussion that we have been having for the past 4 years, or keeping an eye on. It's been in our peripheral. And so we just kind of went down. And normally what happens is I will live stream. And I'm not one to, like, move the camera, this, that, and the other. Periodically, I will pan, a very slow pan. I like to just set on an image. Hopefully, that image will bring you in, and we just have conversation. And so I want to just come on just for a second, let you guys experience it a little bit here. I'm going to continue to try to invite you over to YouTube and drive traffic over to our YouTube channel. YouTube, as you know, is vitally important, really important. And it's always been important to us. We've been a YouTube streamer now for about a decade. We've got videos out there more than a decade old. One of the first two go viral in Atlanta some time ago. And so I have kept my blog going. Unfortunately, some issues with GoDaddy. We've decided to take a break from managing the blog just to see where technology is going. Because having a blog, if you think about it, having a blog, same brand, same.com, uh, unlimited content on there. And I think that was the issue. I don't know what the issue with GoDaddy was. I think all of these platforms are trying to, including phones and so forth, phone services. Everybody's trying to get people off of their unlimited. There's a lot of birds coming from around that corner. I think that fisherman went over there and probably disturbed them, so they're moving to the other side. But I'm a little disappointed, a little heartbroken with the situation with GoDaddy after being a customer for 16 years. And so but at the same time, I had asked, I'd asked the universe, what's going on with websites? They become so difficult to manage, especially if you have to manage data. And I mean, like, data and privacy and things like that. And thank God I had my content all on several different platforms. So I still have some of the most valued, access to some of the most valued and archives. And then, of course, the Wayback Machine is out there that can validate the fact that I have been a blogger for 16 years. And I did the 16th year trying to find what would excite me, because blogging is all about becoming a voice, satisfying your curiosity. Being advocacy is part of blogging, and those are the three components that I want to come and bring back to this as we put back on our crown or step back into this lane or arena. I want to make sure that we are doing good with the self care. We'll talk a little bit more about self care. I'm going to talk more and more as I open up about my caregiving experience, going into the caregiver mode, which is where I've been as well for the past 4 years. And so we'll talk a little bit about that as well. And this is part of caregiving, taking time. Even though I'm a blogger and I live stream a lot, taking time to just sit and listen. Even though I'm listening to morning traffic, I can hear the water, and I listen for the splash, and I watch for it. There is a fish out there that's huge. We've seen it come up out of the water. We caught it one time on our periscope, and in fact, we named it after one of our scopers, one of our favorite scoper viewers on our scope, Big Monster. And so we just kind of watch for it. Usually, about this time when the water is quiet, you can definitely tell where the pool of fish are. There are fish in the water, and there are fishermen. And so, usually, when the water's not as active, like I said, it's really active right now. And I think because the wind is up and the storm is coming. In fact, I don't know that I've seen the water this active, with the exception of the weekend when the boaters are out. And I mean, I'm sitting here and actually enjoying the waves as I see them coming towards. They are. It's a slow ripple, but it is a ripple. I can pinpoint a wave and follow it to the shore, and there we go. Yeah, something's got. I wonder, is the spillway open or something? I don't know how this water go, but it's definitely. But you know what? I think just because of the rains, but like say for instance, if I look out in the distance and put my eyes on a wave, I can follow that wave to the shore here. So it's. I thought it was just a little rocky. No, that water is making moves. So interesting, and it's so interesting. I would go down to the edge, but I'm not that brave. There's not much right in front of me here. See that? And luckily that tree is not there, which is giving us this gorgeous view. And I wish they would do prune, and I'm pretty sure not. They will never do that. But I wish they would prune the tree line over there, because you looking this way is an awesome view as well, and you can see it, through the trees. But to be able to see it without a tree is also awesome. And then too, coming out here when the seasons change, like right now, it's a very cool morning. Let's listen at the bird. Right now is a very cool morning, almost like a fall morning. We've got some low temperatures this week because of the rain that we had last week and rain that's coming this week. We had although the weekend was absolutely gorgeous. The weekend was absolutely gorgeous. This I'm recording this in the I think the beginning of summer. I think the first day of summer was just a week ago. We're in the midst of festival season here in Atlanta, so pretty much each Wednesday you can find a Wednesday wind down, depending on the county that you are in or the county you will visit. Conference season, everybody right now is amping up for 4th of July. So families that'll spend their 4th of July, and I don't have official information from Sweetwater. I'm not officially affiliated. I'm not affiliated with Sweetwater. I'm just a blogger, live streamer who lives nearby. But I will tell you, families will come out on the weekend. They designate a person to get here early and get a table or couple of tables. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the situation 4th of July. Now, on 4th of July, as a blogger, we will be early morning about this time. We will be on Peachtree for the Peachtree Road Race. Am I running? No. But each year that I can, I try to stake out and bring it to you live. So we will find our spot. Hopefully, we usually always try to find a spot near the High Museum. I have alerted the Peachtree Road Race runners to look for us at the High Museum because it's right near the water station. And I think that might be your last water station. I think it's water station number 5, and where you get ready to go around the bend to 10th Street. So we try to get right before 14th Street. We will live stream. I'll have my camera, and I try to capture pictures. We look for certain categories. Of course, being dryerbus.com, we look for big hair, don't care. We look for all kind of hair. But we that's one category. We look for families who run together. We look for black girls run. We look for the intersectionality of Atlanta reality, formerly known as diversity. This ain't that Peachtree Road Race coverage. So you will get a chance to see all of what makes up Atlanta. There's no bias in our coverage. I just look for some very engaging smiles. And because we have staked out our location a couple of years now, there are those that follow us on social media that when they come around the bend, they are looking for Dryer Buzz and they know that we are live. And so they will entertain you guys. If you can't get up and get down there, but you have friends and things like that are running, tell them to look for Dryer Buzz. Look for you, shout you out when they run by our cameras. I'm gonna try and have. I gotta check on the second camera. Normally, I will do two, but I think what we're gonna have is one stream, and then the other one. I think I'm gonna run the stream and then have my camera taking photos. And I want to make sure to capture the costumes. Oh yes, best costume. We're always looking for best costume. We'll look for you always have a moon man. You always have a fireman. The fireman that runs. We normally would get there by I think right when we get there, the wheelchair racers are coming around the bend, so we catch those. My hat always my hat and my heart always goes out to those who run with a purpose, with a loved one and for a loved one. There is a section of the race. There are those who are running and pushing family members in wheelchairs or handicapped situations, and that in and of itself is amazing to see. We're always looking for the oldest runner and the youngest runner. Okay, that's always fascinating. And let me tell you, the oldest runner ain't at the end of the race, because the oldest runner is usually somebody that is a serious diehard marathon runner. And we haven't. I think only once have witnessed somebody in distress. And what I noticed about the distress situation, and we happen to capture some of this, that agony of defeat. And I'm not even gonna call it agony of defeat because there was no defeat. But there's something that happens to the runners, and which is why we're gonna be at the High Museum instead of that last mile, and not even last mile. There's something that happens to the runners when they see the finish line. Some of them give in, some of them give out, and some of them find their second win. And it's always interesting to watch that runner when they see that finish line. Some of them can't go anymore. They're like, that's it. I just needed to see it, because you got to understand they have come a mighty long way. The race kicks off at Leonard Square Mall. They literally run down Peachtree Road to 10th Street and head down 10th Street into Piedmont Park. And if they want, even once they make it into the park, they still have to kind of wind their way to the finish line. And there is something about, and what I do love about it, all the way along the route, there are people like myself who try to get up early and get out there and encourage our riders. And I think I missed it the year before last, not last year. I was there the year before that, and then last year, and I think I missed it the other one because I was actually I was driving runners, but there are those who it's just something awesome to see people running together in this city, because nowhere in our media, newspaper, radio, nowhere do you really get to see. In fact, rideshare is the only place that you really get to see the true intersectionality of Atlanta reality. Write that down because I'm gonna say it from now on. Only place I have seen that kind of cultures intertwining is in the rideshare. But to stand there and to watch Atlanta, literally Atlanta and beyond, run by, and to see all the different faces, the hues, the shades, the cultures, the ethnicities, the hair, okay, the families, all kinds of makeups of families, those that are running in memory of, and you see these big groups and they've got on this shirt or that shirt, and people who participate in other marathons all year long to prepare for this one and bigger ones. Okay, it's not even a marathon. I'm sorry, it's a road race. It's not a marathon. And I'm learning about these distances that people are running. And now, of course, we've got our social media friends that have been running it forever. So we always happy to see them, but we always want to make new friends. So again, if you have a friend or a family member that's planning to run the race, tell them to make sure they look for a dryer buzz. We're gonna have kind of have our signage out there. I'm not sure how much we can carry, because normally what'll happen is, if I still have some energy left at the end of the race, I'll go ahead and try to follow the race to the finish line. And I may not do that this year. I know last year they had a lot of activity along the route of the race to encourage the racers. So hopefully more and more of the city come out and support. And it's a really great thing. It's interesting to see and watch and so forth. So I think you won't regret it. And the thing about it is, coming out early in the morning like that, it's like a day like today. It's nice and cool, before it gets too hot. Usually by the time the sun really is up and bearing down, the race is just about over. And then to see people once they finish the race and they some of them will get their t-shirts, some of them will go ahead and put on their t-shirt. Those are photos that we'll be getting. And then there are those that will hold their coveted t-shirt forever. They're not gonna take it out of the package. They're just gonna go on home with it. But to see that accomplishment and so many people complete that accomplishment, I mean, it's really, 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 truly exciting to see and support. So we hope to be out there. We're gonna, and hope, more than hope, we will be out there on 4th of July, and it takes place early 4th of July morning. So, and the thing about it, don't fret about traffic. It's early in the morning. What traffic? And I think they run some kind of special with the Martyr. And then, of course, rideshare's got you covered. And then, of course, again, they kick off at Lenox Square and they run to Piedmont Park. So it's amazing, and it's amazing to see. All right, guys. I'm gonna jump off of here, chit chatting with you guys. I'm gonna go and try to still do a little bit of Periscope, but I'm gonna continue to invite you to meet me here live at YouTube. I was about to say Instagram, at YouTube, because we've amped up our post on a number of platforms and trying to give you something different on each platform, so that you don't have to worry about being everywhere. That what we're doing over here, what we're doing over there, and so forth. A lot of what we're doing on Periscope, I want to also do over here on YouTube and not just upload it after the fact. I want to bring you guys in on our bring you guys in a live environment. And like I said, I'm no never short on words and conversation. And so until you guys get here to live chat with me, this is us on a Monday. This is how we start off the week. Just say, hey, look, come Monday, and get some clarity as to what it is we need to accomplish as far as our task this week. And I will also come and when I go to events and things like that, I'll take you. I'm going to try and add some more red carpet stuff and some movie stuff and some celebrity stuff and all that stuff that we've done for 16 years, and get back to buzzing about Atlanta and beyond. Again, go check out the profile. And oh, let me just tell you, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we are live. And I think because 4th of July is Wednesday, Tuesday I will actually be in the kitchen. Wednesday, I'm probably going to be exhausted when I get back from the Peachtree Road Race. So tomorrow on Tuesday, we've been making summer dishes, and I got a couple of ideas of things that we want to try. For those of you that want to cook something red, white, and blue, well, already just yesterday I did load. Check the stream. I did load the raspberry blueberry cobbler. No, raspberry blueberry tart. We do have a blueberry. If you want to do the blueberry cobbler, we have a peach cobbler out there as well. And that's just, and look, I'm not a cook, not a chef, not a nutritionist, not trying to play one on live stream. It's just because we live blog from the kitchen now, we go ahead and try and cook something. But we usually have one of our lovely cooking coaches on with us to instruct us through the process. We having fun, guys. Come Monday, I hope you're having fun as well. I hope on Mondays you get to do what you want. I hope you have no FOMO. You're not missing out. No fear of missing out. No regrets about having to go back to work, because we all have to do it, and we all have to do it in our own way. All right, all right, guys. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great day.